you reckon they might have thought it's just them before I pressed the video? I get a feeling they did, hey. Like stunned mullets right there.
We're going live. Cue the music. Yeah.
Live, mate. There's always problems live, mate. I actually did a really great event on Friday night and live, and there was, without going into details, the computer, as I was running this presentation, right at the beginning, the computer freezes. Technology. What can you say? It all turned out well. It was a great night and had bowl, and then the rest of the thing went smooth. But in the beginning, it was a bit of panic stations. But there you go, mate.
Technology is good when it wants to work. When it doesn't.
Well, mate, let's keep our fingers crossed. We're streaming just fine.
We are.
And we're using a great platform. We use StreamYard, hey, Rick?
We do, it's the one you found.
Platform we use, And anyone who's trying to get into this game wants to do live streams. That StreamYard, highly, highly recommend it. And we're not being paid to say that.
No, we're not.
No, definitely not. Well, I'm happy to. I mean, I have no issues if they want to pay us to do it, but we're not being paid for it.
No.
How was your week, mate? How was your week?
Good, mate. It has busy, mate. Busy at the moment. So
tell me.
A lot of things happening, mate. Work's a bit crazy at the moment, which is good. But then
you want to tell the folks what you actually do for a living? You don't have to tell them where you work, but what you actually do, what industry you're in.
Just in sales, in the food industry. So it's quite busy at the moment.
Yep. No, he doesesn't work for Macca's, all right? He doesn't work
no,
for no disrespect to Macca's.
No. I actually work for Hungry Jack's. No.
It's a higher level than that, we will say.
It is. But, so it's a good little job. So it's, looking at some other options. As a side project, which is good. So
we'll talk about that night.
We will
keep that. But there's lots of great, exciting stuff that we will be doing together.
Yes.
Together, you'll be doing it on your own. But I'm really excited about that. But that's a secret project. We're not going to say anything about right now.
Secret.
Let's talk about what's been going on this week. Obviously, this show is just about us touching base on the stuff that come out this week around movies, TV, all that kind of thing. And really, we're going to get stuck straight into it, Rick, because today, and I didn't even realise it was coming until I found out today it was on.
I didn't know either.
And, mate, we have gotten the Golden Globes.
Bang.
The Golden Globes are on today.
Yeah.
In what is considered to be a virtual event. They did
all through.
One on the West
Zoom,
Coast,
whatever it was.
So
it was all. It wasn't good.
But think about it, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Rick. But and before we go into the winners list and that, does someone really give a fuck about the Golden Globes this year?
Well, like you said, did you even know? I didn't even know. There was nothing on it.
And you wait till you see some of the movies that won. You'll realise how bad last year was for so little content out there. Like, that's just my opinion of some of these winners. Let's get started.
I did hear a few winners, but I don't know the full.
Yeah, well, let's get through them, mate.
What have we got, Jace? What have we got?
We're just going to go straight to it. Motion pictures. The best motion picture of the year went to Nomadland, which I hear was fantastic. The interesting thing about that is who the director is. It's Chloe Zhao, I think it is. Apologies for. She's directed the upcoming Eternals movie as well.
Okay.
So this was her film, Nomadland, and that went against The Father, which I hadn't seen, Mank, which I did see and loved. I loved Mank. That was a David Fincher movie. Promising Young Women, I hear, is pretty good. Trial of the Chicago 7, I watched and really enjoyed a lot as well, which was great. Okay, let's go. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture went to Andra Day, an African-American actress who won for the United States of Billie Holiday, the second only black actress to win in so many decades.
Wow.
So great for that. And I don't think I'm going to go for all the nominees. You can kind of see them on screen. The winner is usually in highlight and black. The best performance of an actor in a motion picture, Chadwick Boseman wins. Chadwick wins that posthumously for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which I haven't seen. So, And let's move over to the best motion picture musical or comedy. This shocked me, but in a year where there's not a lot of content, Borat sequel. The first Borat goes nowhere, but Borat's subsequent movie film wins for best musical or comedy. Bit stunned by that, to be honest with you. Hamilton, which I thought may have gotten it. Palm Strings, which I enjoyed quite a bit. I hear music is a train wreck. And The Prom, got no idea.
No idea.
No idea. So let's go for a look at the best actress in a motion picture musical comedy. Went to Rosamund Pike. I care a lot. Do you know Rosamund Pike? She was in Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Care.
There
we go.
Like
best actor in a motion picture musical or comedy.
Sacha
Baron Cohen wins it for Borat.
Borat. Again.
Pretty crazy.
Wow.
Best animated movie is well deserved. This is the one award I was very happy with.
Yeah.
Soul. Yeah. That is a beautiful film and deservedly winning for best animated film. Okay, let's have a look at best motion picture foreign language. I haven't seen any of these. I said none of them. Minari, apparently, which comes from the USA, apparently. So much for foreign films. All right, now best performance by an actress in a supporting role in any motion picture went to Jodie Foster for Jodie Foster for The Mauritian. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm no scholar, people. Okay, best performance by an actor in a supporting role in any motion picture went to Daniel Kaluuya. I don't know if you want to call it Kaluuya. Judas and the Black Messiah. He's amazing, that actor, so well deserved on that one. Jared Leto and Bill Murray.
Wow.
How often do you think you see those two nominated in the same category, you know? But there you go. Best director, this is a big one, actually went to that Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, again.
Who is the director of the upcoming Eternals. And funnily enough, Rick, there's big buzz about that film. A lot of the rumors behind the scenes are saying they can't believe what they've got on their hands at Marvel with the Eternals, which excites me.
Which is good.
Best screenplay went to Aaron Sorkin, Trial of Chicago 7. Everything that Aaron Sorkin does in my book's amazing, so no surprise there. Trent Reznor and Atticus Rose winning for best original song for Soul. Yeah, man, that's fucking, that's awesome.
Nice.
Okay. What was that? Best original song. The Life Ahead scene. Best. Let's get into the best television drama, which I'm absolutely furious about, Rick. Cannot contain my anger. All right, because The Crown won it. But what should have won it, Rick? The Mandalorian, mate. There's no bias there, by the way. No. I'm not happy. Not happy. But The Crown was the biggest show last year. So you can't
and The Crown again.
Yeah. Emma Corrin wins for The Crown. She's amazing, playing Megan, the Queen. Plays the Queen. Yeah. Sorry. I was yelling out to my wife, Megan, because she would have given me the correct answer. The Crown wins it again for Josh O'Connor for Best Actor. The best television series, musical or comedy. Wow, they're all up around Schitt's Creek,
I've heard about that. Apparently, is a great show, and I haven't got onto it, but apparently it's really, really good.
There's some really good shows on here too, including this one. Because my daughter got me a 3-year subscription to Apple TV Plus.
Okay,
which was nice. So we're watching some of that. They don't have a lot on them, funny enough.
No.
Okay, best performance by an actress is television series Catherine O'Hara for Schitt's Creek. An actor is Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. Which is really good. Best television limited series is Queen's Gambit. I'd have to agree, that was really good. Best performance by an actress in a limited series, anthology series, or a motion picture made for television.
Queen Gambit again.
Anna Taylor-Joy for Queen's Gambit. She's pretty incredible in that movie. Best performance by an actor in a limited series, anthology series, or a motion picture made for television is Mark Ruffalo.
Ruffalo. Mate, jeez.
You've got to be happy with that, Rick. You've got to be happy with that. Best performance by an actress in television support, Gillian Anderson playing Margaret Thatcher on The Crown.
In The Crown.
Yeah. John Boyega wins for Best Actor for Small Axe. So good on him. There's Koshi.
Koshy again, just popping up everywhere.
And that was it. So we kind of got through them. We've made our comments through. That was the Golden Globes. A big waste of time.
So that's
in fact, the Oscars going to be worse this year.
Well, they don't highlight anything from streaming. They don't do anything on Netflix and all that. The Oscars, so it's going to be
man. A lot.
They don't really premise it though. But now because of COVID and everything else,
I think you'll find the last couple of years has been. But you're right. This year will be really big.
Different. Sorry.
Well, the world's changing. You're going to go that way.
Well, that's it.
So that was it. So now, let's move away from the bullshit Golden Globes. I didn't even want to cover it. We've covered it. Let's just get into some little tidbits over the week. One of our favourite shows, which got no love at the Golden Globes, would have to be Cobra Kai. Wouldn't we not agree?
Cobra Kai, mate.
Taking season 3 on board really gave that series the push. I watched it from day one. I absolutely loved it.
You did, and from day one, I never.
You laughed at me. You mocked me.
I did. We can look back at all the videos on our channel.
You laughed at me, good. Fucking amazing show, right?
It is. It was a great show. So
well, the great news is we haven't got the end of that either.
No.
And if I click over here, Cobra Kai season 4 production officially ready to show no mercy. Thank you again for Joe Blow. A lot of our stories come from joeblow.com. Amazing site. So and they just put up a picture on Instagram which basically said, "Let's begin." That's the title for episode 401. And spoilers, guys, if you haven't seen all of season 3, have you seen season 3, Rick?
I've seen all. Yeah. I did.
Right at the end of season 3, Daniel, they join forces, don't they?
They do.
They join forces to hopefully get Cobra Kai back.
Yeah.
So Johnny and Daniel, best buddies. So really exciting stuff because Cobra Kai
is a good show.
Took the online, just took the cake.
It did.
It was great to see people were on the same page as me early on because I was going, this show is something special.
But that's right. You watched it when it was on
on YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube. When it was on YouTube.
I was obsessively watching it then. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was incredible. Good storytelling is good storytelling, Rick, and it's pretty evident with that show how good the storytelling is.
So good.
You can just kind of see it in the first 5-10 minutes of that show. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing is one of the movies that I loved, which has gone back a while now, Rick, I reckon 2009, was this tiny little science fiction film called District 9. Absolutely loved it. Brought a new filmmaker to the world, Neil Blomkamp, and what just little story set in an alien invasion movie set in South Africa. And, it really is, much of that movie is it's an analogy for, the apartheid in South Africa. The movie very much dealt with that, with segregation and things like that. And that's what that movie was about. And also wrapped up in a fun little science fiction story, which our protagonist gets kind of sprayed with alien goo and starts to transform to an alien. It became a cult here. I think a lot of people love this, except for you.
A lot of people. I didn't think much of it. I like my sci-fi movies, but I didn't think much of it.
I thought it was a good movie. Probably his best movie by a country mile. No, Neil Blomkamp. He's been a bit hit and miss since. But the good news is, and probably he's doing this for career reasons, is that District 10.
Wow.
Neil Blomkamp is finally working on a District 9 sequel, something he should have just done in the beginning. I don't know why he waited so long. And I assume that's because his career's in the crapper, Rick, and he needs a gig. So he's digging it all up and trying to start again. But I'm keen because I felt that movie could have gone another couple of movies. I thought there were new chapters to that movie. But
you could have had the sequence. You could have had at least
what was actually the most heartbreaking thing about Neil Blomkamp recently was, remember, he was trying to work on a sequel to the Aliens movie where he was going to bring back, he was going to reset the clock after the Aliens movie and kind of do a kind of alternate universe story on that. And it looked fantastic. So, that was really really good. So, I'm keen. Okay. Now,
is it green light on that yet? Or no, he's just in production at the moment, or is he just talking about
it? He's working on it.
He's working on it.
No one's giving him any money for it.
No one's. Yeah.
But it's a quiet week, Rick. I didn't have much. There's not a lot of stories out there. Man. Cut me a break, dude.
We've got a couple of good ones. Nah, there isn't.
No. Actually, now let's talk about box office. Box office used to be the biggest thing to talk about on a Monday would be box office.
Yeah.
And then COVID. Now it's different. But we're getting to a stage now where vaccines are being rolled out. They're trying to force everybody back to a normal life. And it's just interesting to see the weekend box office can be a reflection on consumer confidence, can't it? How many people are going to the cinema? But it's a strange world, Rick, because when this movie here is number one at the box office...
Tom and Jerry. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a shock, you know. And basically, the animated cat...
What was it up against?
Not much. But it made... It got opened in first place with an estimated $13.7 million. When the average box office weekend would have been what? Around this time of year, 70 to 100 million would have been the opening weekends.
Wow.
Because, you know, we're March now, which is generally where you start getting big blockbusters. And we are going to get a couple this month. But, interesting.
What did it come up against? Did it come up against...
The Eternal Conflict of Famous Fino had the second biggest opening for a wide release during the pandemic. Directed by, you love him, Rick. I know you love Tim Story because he directed Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. So he directed this little bit of a train wreck, which wouldn't even have been a blip. On the, I shouldn't call it train.
No one would have known. Seriously.
I mean, how is Tom and Jerry still relevant today? They were old when I was a kid. I
like Tom and Jerry, but I wouldn't go to the friggin' movies to go see it. It's not relevant now. Apparently it is.
Who gives a shit? When's the last time you seen a kid play with Tom and Jerry? What, really?
What? Go to a kid now and go who's at least under 5.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Jerry. But as you go, like it's disastrous. What I'm trying to say here, the overall story is not that Tom and Jerry won the box office on the weekend. It is that there is no confidence in the film market at the moment. They're just studios are not comfortable releasing. People are not going to the cinemas, Rick. We're gonna.
Mate, I can't wait to get back into the cinemas.
I know.
I love the cinema.
Me too. You know, I mean, you know what the movie's being released in Australia this Thursday is Chaos Walking. That thing with Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland, that science fiction movie, which I hear is crap, absolute crap. So I'm not going to go and see that. So we're stuck in this waste station of what's going to go first. It's the chicken and the egg. Is the studio going to back it and people going to come back to the cinema, or people, you know what I mean, or people not going to go and they're not going to do it. I mean, I think it's actually down to Marvel. I think it's down to probably Disney. It's a Disney property that'll save the day.
But look at it. Look at the content that's coming out now. It's coming out now on streaming, and most of the movies now are coming out on streaming. Yeah.
You know what? The executives at Paramount and whoever's running Paramount at the moment,
they're not going, mate.
Or Universal, two studios that have struggled with movies over the last 5 years. Both have unmitigated franchise failures. If I was Paramount, I would be dropping Top Gun in the cinema very soon. Put all your money in the eggs. Top Gun Maverick will get people to the cinemas. Studios needs to take a chance to get people excited and drag them back in. That's what I would do.
They got to drop it. Or Bond. They haven't dropped Bond.
So what I'm saying, people, is get used to streaming. And we've got a couple of big streaming gigs coming up in the next 17 days. We've got this Friday, on March the 5th, we've got Coming to America. And then, of course, on March 18th, what do we have? Justice League.
It's huge.
So it's just... And Kong Skull Island this month.
Which comes out in...
not Kong. Like that was 4 years ago, Rick. Godzilla versus Kong comes out.
Kong. But see, that's going to cinemas here, I believe.
Yes, I believe. But come on, dude. By the way,
I'll go, sir.
How long is the peak on that fucking ad?
It's Yeah, it's got to get the eyes
It's a
happening
long
there.
peak. But the peak
That's how they
seems
do
quite
it.
long.
Yeah, because
Turn to the side, Rick. Turn to the side. Go on, turn to the side.
What?
Let me have a look. It looks really long. I don't know why. It must be just because of the camera.
It must be. It's all about
I'm
mirrors
easily
and angles,
distracted, mate.
It's all about camera angles, mate.
Yeah. All right. Now, the other story I wanted to talk about is DC Universe, mate. DC Universe. It's a funny thing, isn't it? They're all about trying to make things connective. Do you know the CW, the Arrowverse has stopped their multiverse thing now? That's all done. And, you know, their new show, Superman and Lois, come out. And that seems weird because that's completely disconnected itself from the Arrowverse or anything else like that, to anything. And also Superman, which Henry Cavill, who's credible. My favourite Superman since Christopher Reeve's Henry Cavill. I don't think we've had a lot of choices. I mean, Brandon Ruth looked like him, but Henry Cavill's done an amazing job. Deserves to keep being Superman. But Warner Brothers clearly are not sure what they want to do because they are developing a reboot with Warner Brothers. The T.A. Nishikoch writing and J.J. Abrams producing. Now, that's fine, I suppose. Do we want another retelling of Superman? Especially when you've got a really good Superman who we haven't actually had a Superman movie of yet. Like a standalone. We had his origin story. We've had him with Batman. We've had him with the Justice League. Let's see a Superman movie. But they're not going to do it. So instead, they're going to reboot it.
Are they recasting him or is Cavill in it? Is Cavill even in it? Or?
How do you feel now? This is tricky ground. You know, I'm going to ask questions, which is really tricky ground. And that is, it's been announced they're going to have a black Superman.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I have no problems if Superman, see, even me trying to say this is going to sound racist. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know why I do it, though. Is it to show diversity that other people, because here's my problem. I know I may get a lot of blowback for this, but I'm just going to say it. It's okay for minorities to be put in potential, you know, it's all right for minorities to be recast in characters we already know. You know, black Superman, that's okay. Black Batman, well, we got a black one. And that's fine, and that's all good. But it's not okay for white people to play other roles, like that young girl in that Sia movie, Music, who got a lot of
who's autistic in the movie.
He's playing an autistic girl and said it was ridiculous. And why did they?
And she's not.
There seems to be a bit of hypocrisy here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from.
And let's face it, there is only one black Superman. All right, it's this guy. He announced it, mate. He announced it.
He did it.
He is
great
black
movie,
Superman.
and what a good movie that is as well.
Like nevertheless, look, I don't know, man. It's tricky ground these days, and I'm not super keen on this concept of even rebooting Superman at this point.
There's no point in rebooting.
Just
Superman.
give us a good Superman film with the Superman you already have.
That's right. Put Cavill in a standalone movie and let it be done. That's it.
Love to see him be fighting Brainiac or something like that, you know?
Just chuck him in his own standalone. Sorry. But DC, this is what makes DC's problems. This is what makes DC fans lose that connection with DC because they're just all over the shop. They're just not, Marvel's got it. Marvel's got the good formula. They've had that formula for over 10 odd years now, more. So they've really got to step up their game or else they're never going to catch Marvel. Definitely.
All right, we've got a couple of messages here. Carson, yes, mate, we are aware about the new album. We know you're a Wiggles fan, mate. We appreciate your support. You don't probably need to send that message 3 times, though, but yes, new Wiggles album this week. And the other one is this is kind of biased. We both know this guy.
Yes.
And that's Ryan. And he's going, Jason, Rick, you legends. Yep, no worries, mate. Hey, this man here is planning on it. He's probably going to kill me for saying this live anyway. He's planning on starting his own podcast very soon. He's going to be doing a sport-focused kind of, and that's all I'll say. I won't give up the idea that he's got, but it's going to be very sports-focused, so good luck to him.
That's good.
And when the time comes, we'll do the right thing and do shout-outs and share links and all that good stuff. So, but yeah. Now back to what we want to talk about, Rick. And this is actually my favourite story of the week coming up now. Is actually this, because I love this guy, and I know you do too, Rick. And the most anticipated film for next year. This is for me, and of course I'm talking about Doctor Strange 2, and Bruce Campbell, the man, the legend, is talking about rumours he will be in a cameo. You know he's going to be in a cameo. You know, Rick, are you getting excited about this movie with all the potential?
I am.
We were coming up to near the end of WandaVision, which we obviously do our live show every week. Yeah, straight live after show.
There's going to be, we think, a big cameo.
We think a cameo by him.
We're not speculating, but we think. But yeah.
And Bruce Campbell.
It's going to happen. He's
a legend. Who doesn't love Bruce Campbell?
he's
Ash himself. You know, so.
Man, I missed that show. That was such a great show, and it's sad.
You know the sad thing about
3 seasons.
Yeah, you know the sad thing. Show. Do you know why it stopped?
Why?
Do you know why it stopped? It burnt him out. He quit.
He just had enough.
He quit. He was so overworked and burnt out. He never wants to act again. But he's going to do cameos. But he's
going to do cameos.
Yeah, but you imagine covered in fake blood. And that for 16-hour days, for months on. He's not young anymore, you know. It was a bit of wear and tear. He's a legend. He's been around.
I get that. He has. He's been that character for a long time. But, yeah, it was a great show. So, I really... Yeah, but look, great to see this. If he is in the new Doctor Strange movie, well, let's see what this cameo is. I'm sure it'll be something exciting, mate. So,
you know it will be. Yeah, it'll be fun. You know that anyway.
Yeah, that's
all right. And the second to last story before I got a little clip that I think we've got to end the show on. But before we do that,
yes,
I wanted to talk a bit of retro gaming, Rick.
Oh
I consider myself an 80s and 90s gamer. I mean, obviously, I'm an 80s gamer.
Behind you,
I've got my bloody arcade machine here, which is proudly playing Superman, as you can see. But 90s were a big decade for playing games for me as well. And, you know, there was an article by The Gamer that just popped out talking about the 30 most important 90s videos games of all time. Wow. And they're officially ranked. Now, I'm not going to go for all 30. We'll just scan through. I really want to focus on the top 10.
Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you got Sonic the Hedgehog. You got Final Fantasy 4. But let's go right. Let's go right down to number 10 because I think we'll just focus on the top 10 here. Their opinion. Yeah. Never played. This is the first Fallout. Everyone talks about Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. Incredible, almost industry-changing games over the last decade and a bit. But this was the original Fallout. And it was a role-playing game that came out back in September. I played a little bit. Wasn't a huge fan of it. But honestly, I was shocked that it even made top 10.
Made top 10.
Ultimate Online, never played this. I know this had an obsessive fan base. So actually, it says here, launched in September of '97 and reached 100,000 subscribers within 6 months.
6 months? Holy crap!
That's pretty crazy stuff. So it was a famous game. Gran Turismo. Now, this is a game I did play quite heavily.
I did play this. Yep.
Yeah, quite a lot. Absolutely loved this game. Was obsessed with it. So certainly remember Gran Turismo being fantastic, but. Man, if you actually ever try to play those games now, how terrible.
No.
Metal Gear Solid. Remember Metal Gear Solid?
Well, yep.
They were cool, stealthy games. Love playing them. Love playing. That was a great game. But very single-player focused. Half-Life. Now, Half-Life. Why this is only at number 6, I don't know. This is... Well, it's Valve's first ever title as it stated. It was a first-person shooter, but it created a lot of depth and a lot of... It was more than a first-person shooter. It actually had a story. It had a mystery behind it. And it had amazing graphics and gaming engine for its time, and an epic game. Now, Feast, the Dark Project. Don't know if any of you guys out there have played it. Never played it.
No.
So I'm not even going to comment on it.
No, PC game.
Funnily enough, though, this is a game I did play a lot of. Mario Party. Basically a board game in a video game. But they had lots of fun for the family. Really great family-orientated game. And highly addictive, you know. So, really was fantastic. That spawned like 10 sequels, that game. It's crazy. Ultra Varying there is good. Played this more on the arcade
Taxi.
than I ever played at home, but Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Do you remember playing that in the arcade?
Yeah, I do. Look at the graphics.
Yeah. Sega. It's a Sega game, which was really back around then. Sega were making Sega, whatever you want to call them, were making really great arcade games, and this one was top notch. Silent Hill. This blows me away that they thought Silent Hill
survival horror game
is number 2, because I would have thought this is very much a Resident Evil clone in my mind. So I would have thought Resident Evil would have got it over Silent Hill. But I got to say, for its time, this Silent Hill game was extremely atmospheric, really creepy, and well done, you know. But can't you tell the power of the lack of power of machines, because they had to put a fog in there because
to make it
was unable to render any depth because it was that. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff.
No, it's the atmosphere. It's a scary atmosphere.
But I did us all for number 1. And I agree with these guys. I absolutely love this game. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time, Unreal Tournament.
Long before 4.
And I really this was, to me, the beginning of me getting involved in the modding community, because there was lots of, fan-made maps and modifications to it. Fast, powerful, a lot of fun. And as multiplayer, one of the greatest multiplayer games I've ever played. And it definitely deserves number 1. Don't want to spend too much time in this, Rick. It's just fun to go back and look at some of the old.
No, it's good because we don't cover much gaming.
No,
not
at all.
Start getting into it. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm an old school gamer. I still play this baby every single day. So I'm still trying to get past the 4th level on the original Donkey Kong at the moment.
How many games has it got, Chase? How many have you got on there?
3,500, 3,700 games, I think.
And what years does it span from?
From 76 to 2003, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which is pretty great. Which is the golden era of arcades. So that's why I bought it. But we're not going to worry about that. We're gonna get out of here, Rick. We're done. We're going to get done. And as we go, before we kind of go, we used to do this quite regularly, but we're going to get back into it now. It's kind of trying to play a clip. So this was something that was released on the internet. I think most of you guys have already seen this, but if you haven't seen this,
so good.
Yeah, I want to play this now for you, all right, guys, and then we'll come back and say goodbye.
Here's, huh?
Whoop.
And I'm not lying to you. That is smash.
Whoa, let's go back.
Oh,
okay.
There we go.
It's been 25
Here we go. Sorry, guys.
I've done this. Let's see what happens.
Of course, it's Adam Sandler.
He's looking relaxed with a beard.
This is for you.
Here we go.
And I'm not lying to you. That is smash. Smashed. And that went pretty well. You dead, shooter.
Nice drive, Gilmore. 25 years, huh? Let's see if it's Shooter's Tour. Check it out. Oh, yeah. It's all about the short game. Drive for show, putt for the dough.
Bang.
Money. Shooter. Still got it. Well, thank you to all the fans, and thank you to you, Adam Sandler. And why don't you just meet me at the 9th green at 9, Gilmore? Little secret of the pros. Okay? Oh, and Gilmore, wear something nice. 25th anniversary, baby. Shooter out.
How good is that? How good was that, hey?
Suntan lotion.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Still, honestly, that's probably Sandler's best ever movie.
Yeah.
Is there a better movie than Happy Gilmore for Adam Sandler? There is, but
not
his
now.
comedies. His comedies. Because clearly Uncut Gems. And to me, it's probably his great performance and Punch Drunk Love. And when he does his serious stuff, he's incredible. But as for his comedies, that is the best comedy ever done. He's ever done, in my opinion. All right, let's wrap it up here, Rick. Let's get out for Monday night.
Awesome.
People, do not forget we have got the final episode of WandaVision this Friday night. This is going to be huge.
8 p.m.
We are absolutely going live in our local time of 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Which is basically an hour and a half after they've released it on Disney Plus. For those of you in the northern hemisphere, can't get the words out. So we're given about 90 minutes because we do hear that it's going to be an hour-long episode, even though the last episode wasn't and the one before. But we'll leave enough time. But 8 o'clock Adelaide time, we'll do the finale for what has been an incredible first series for Marvel. Really has.
Yeah, and you guys can see us all on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well. Yep. All live streams.
Yeah, Twitch.
Right? So Twitch as well. So
check
get
that
on board, guys. It's going to be good.
All right, thanks, guys, for that. That's been another Monday night, Pop Culture Spread live show. Hopefully there's more exciting news next week, but you never know how crappy the news will be. But tune in next week, guys. Fantastic.
No worries.
Let's get out of here, Rick. Say goodbye,
See you guys
mate.
on Friday. See you guys. See you on Friday.